And we are live. Happy Monday, Michelle.
Happy Monday. How was your Thanksgiving?
Let's talk about that. Yeah, so Thanksgiving was like this, right? So Michelle and I decided we're not going to do anything at all. So we basically did that. And Michelle got an early Christmas present this year, which was a PlayStation 5. And she got the Spider-Man game, right? So we basically ended up playing Spider-Man since we woke up in the morning until I think it was like 4 p.m., right? Then we took a break. First of all, our eyes were like teary and crying and hurting. And then we took a break to eat. And then we saw 2 Christmas movies. So that was Thanksgiving. It was like that. And it was quite how do I say this? The next day I just wanted to get to work. That's
And I kept wanting
that's
to
how
play.
my Thanksgiving went. How about you, Michelle? How was your Thanksgiving?
I kept wanting to play. I mean, I grew up playing a lot of video games, so one day wasn't enough.
Oh gosh, this is crazy.
I could do more than one day for sure. I mean, I would want to finish the game, you know?
I don't know, but I hear ya. I'm listening.
I want to finish the game and then I want to get to the next game. That's how I roll. Whereas with you, when you play, you want to read the storyline, but me, I'm like, I just want to finish the game.
Yeah, Michelle, when she plays video games, she literally wants to just beat the game. So she doesn't care about the storyline. She doesn't appreciate the graphics or anything like that. Michelle's like, where can I beat the bad guys so I can go to the next round? Now I play it completely opposite. I like to take my time and like read through the story, and I like to take in the graphics. The Spider-Man game on PlayStation 5 is unbelievable. It's absolutely amazing. It's like you're watching a movie and you're like playing and you're like the hero in the movie. It's just so cool. I can't even explain it. But with that said, after one entire day of playing it, I was done.
I have to give you an
so over it.
example. You know, like with Super Mario, you kind of have to like jump through and get coins and like, you know, kill the mushrooms and stuff.
Yeah.
With me, I just jump through everything to get to the flag, the castle.
And then I want to stop and get all the coins. I want to get like all the points. I want to collect all the coins. Yeah, Michelle has to have patience when we, play together.
Anyway, yeah,
right,
I hope everyone had a nice Thanksgiving holiday. It was much needed. Hello, Lizette. Hello, Bill. How was your Thanksgiving, you guys?
Yeah, I actually watched Bill, who is Girly Girl Style Hubs on YouTube, but he's 324 Finds on Instagram. And I saw Bill and Girly Girl Style Tori's, they had a vlog, a Thanksgiving vlog. And that was like so cool. Thank you guys so much for recording that. It was like, it felt like we're in your home, being part of your Thanksgiving. So that was really cool. Thanks for doing that. So Bill is like you, Michelle, no stories, just
see,
just get to the point.
It's like I don't have time for a story. I just want to finish it.
Yeah, but so Lizette said, "Oh no, you have to get all the coins in mystery boxes." That's me all the way. I want to know what's in the boxes.
That's
so
hilarious.
For those who maybe have never seen this channel before, Michelle and I, we started this hobby where we buy and sell things online. It's actually, we've realized that this is, a hobby turned business that has really come into service a lot right now during these times, during the pandemic, right? We also got a customer message today where they purchased one item. So we sell a lot of vintage items. And they purchased an item and it was an electronic, and they were like, "Thank you so much. I've been looking for this for a long time." So that made my heart smile, because somebody who's been actually actively searching for an older model electronic, we're able to provide that to them. And that's one of the reasons why we love to do what we do.
Yeah, we hold people's treasures and we rehome them, and they don't go to waste. So that's really cool.
Exactly. Yes. And so, yeah. So as we mentioned, it was a kind of like a hobby turned business. We didn't know we could make money doing this. Turns out you can. And so every Monday we just like to share what our sales were like. We do that so we can motivate you to do the same, right? So definitely, I think most of the people that I talk to, we can use extra funds for so many different things, right? For example, we actually interviewed Bill from Girly Girl Style Hubs last week, and he is a philanthropist. He donates all of his money and proceeds. That's what him and his wife actually are both philanthropists doing that this year. All of their funds are donating it to charity and different causes, right? And so others, this is their full-time job. For us, again, it's part hobby. Like we're learning a lot. We're learning how to manage money. We're learning how to run a business. And then we've been able to use funds to help us in bills in our lives too. So, okay, without further ado, then, what sold this week? What were your guys' best sales, favorite sales? How did sales go for you guys? And we're going to show you guys how sales went for us. So, Michelle, if you don't mind, wait until the recap until the end, if that's okay.
That is what I'm doing.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
I listen.
Yeah, so Bill said, yay, love the awesome feedback. Yeah, your guys' Thanksgiving vlog was so awesome. The food was lovely, how you guys like set all the food on the table. I could almost smell it.
Oh, wow.
It was really great.
Ooh, I want to see that. So our sales were pretty good. The only thing is we didn't ship items out on Friday and Saturday. So we literally built up all the sales, all the stuff that we had to ship out. So it felt like it was a lot. Yeah. Let's go through the items. So this was a gift. It's super cute. This was a gift from, someone sending a gift to another person. It's a GE cassette tape recorder. It still works. And, I feel like the only time I see this is in movies. Like, like detective movies where they have to record and narrate things. Yeah.
Okay, that's like a tape recorder. We used to use these in school when we would go to the library, and if there was like a book that had audio with it, you could put the tape into this very small cassette tape player, which also happens to be a recorder. So, I would use it for that. And we actually have many Disney little tapes where you can like play the tape on a tape player.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have those available in our store for sale. But I mean, how cool for a child for story time? How cool
Oh my
is
God.
that?
Bill just said that recorder we used in middle school for interviews.
Oh, that's cool. Wait, who
Um,
did you interview in the middle school?
so cost, we bought this for $11.60 and sold it for $38.
Yeah, not bad at all.
It's a really cool gift.
I think so too. Of course, I want to keep half the stuff that we sell. We just can't keep everything. But all right, so here's if you've been watching this for a while, we've really been getting into like niche, like VCR players. Why are we doing that? Just because it's simple. Once you learn something well, it's easier to work with it. That's really the only reason. So we sold a Magnavox DVD VHS player. Our cost was $42, and we sold it for $138.
I think this next one is my favorite sale. This is a Trivial Pursuit. I've never played this game. Have you played this game, Marina?
I did. I played this game growing up, actually. Yes.
Is it like Jeopardy?
Yeah. It's kind of
okay.
like Jeopardy. Yes, definitely.
So this is a vintage version from 1981. We purchased this for $382 and sold it for $51.
But vintage games are bolos. So I don't know if you guys have tried to sell vintage games, but you can find them for cheap. You can find them for $1, $2. On the more expensive side, $6, $7, $8 at garage or estate sales, and they do quite well. It looks like
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no, it looks like Lizette, New England Betty Boop, she loved this game. This was hard
Oh,
game. If you could play this game, that's awesome. Because
uh,
I remember trying to play, I didn't know any of the answers. So
there's no way I would know how to play this game. But I do want to give a piece of advice when you guys list any board games is making sure that it's complete. If it's complete, spread everything out as much as you can. Put everything in one photo. I truly think the reason why this was sold was because of the photo too.
oh, totally. It's a very nice photo. Things look organized too. Make sure they're organized. If your game isn't complete though, it's not a total waste because you can sell the pieces online. People buy them so that they can complete incomplete games. We do that all the time. When we get a game set, if we're missing a piece or two, we will go online and purchase the missing pieces so that we can have a complete set to sell.
That's right.
So Lizette used to love this game. She said she used to be smart. What do you mean? You're wiser with age, right? So you must be like a genius now. Okay, that didn't come out right, but we get wiser with age. So you're smarter now. And so Bill also said, we all used to be smart at one point. That is so funny. I don't know. You guys are smart because I couldn't answer any of the questions on Trivial Pursuit. Or Jeopardy for that matter. It's really difficult for me.
Anything pop culture, that's the only category I can answer.
Yes. All right, so this next one here is a vintage barometer. So we've discovered if you're ever at an estate sale, you'll typically find these in the garages, or you can find it inside a home. But these are, for us, they sell quickly. So they're collectibles. They're just beautiful, right? They help to determine, Bill, I would think that you'd be familiar with this because you were, if I'm not mistaken, you were in the Navy, right? So yeah, this helps determine like temperature. So this is a temperature, has a temperature gauge on it, and also something about the weather, the wind or something like that, right?
Yes, correct.
All right.
Oops. This next one is a Samsung DVD VHS player. We sourced this for $37 and sold it for $117. So we are seeing a pattern where people are really looking for VHS players during the holidays. Perhaps, they want to watch some home videos. That's my guess.
Yeah, that is my guess too. Classic videos, save money. This will help you save money. Also, because you don't have to pay for, like an ongoing membership. And there's a lot of movies. There's a lot of movies that are not on Netflix or Hulu.
Oh, that's
or
true.
Prime. There's a lot because the production companies haven't licensed them out. So you actually need one of these to watch it still.
You know what? I never thought of that. That's a good point, Marina.
Yep. Or a DVD player, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the barometer also lets you know when a storm is coming.
Wow.
Which is so amazing. Like, what?
How does that work? That's amazing.
How does that work? So we have another DVD VHS combo player. And so this is Hitachi brand. So take note of the brands that sell. So if you come across a brand you've never heard, but hey, I heard it on the Flippin' Gals Live and it's sold there. So yes, these are selling Hitachi DVD VHS. The cost for us was $42. We sold it at $138.
Awesome. So Bill has an answer. Bill always has an answer.
Yes.
Barometer lets you know the humidity in the air. You can always tell when bad stuff is coming due to the barometric pressure.
That is so cool.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Bill, you're like our Wikipedia.
Yes. I don't want to play Trivial Pursuit against you.
All right. This next one is an RCA. RCA, I don't know if they exist. It's an old American brand, and this is a receiver. We do notice people are looking for receivers / amplifiers lately. I wonder why.
I don't.
I really don't know. We've had these for a little while, and it's moving lately. So
Yeah, the receivers for us they don't move that quickly, but as Michelle mentioned recently, they've been moving quite fast. And I wonder, like, isn't this where you connect your speakers and all of that? Is that what the receivers do?
Correct. Yeah. So you have a CD player, you have a cassette tape player, you have, your TV, and it connects everything, and it kind of, spits out the sound for you.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they do, to be honest.
It's for like an audio system. If you have really amazing speakers, that's one you need to one of these.
Okay.
I remember having these ones.
Yep. So this is one of my favorites. We have an affinity for newspapers and media, like history. We love history, and that's part of why we like selling vintage things. Anyway, so this was a Truman Dies, newspaper, and
Harry Truman, the President of the United States.
yeah,
33rd, sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, no, that's great. And so, so this was from the Herald Examiner. This is a Los Angeles-based paper that is no longer around, right? And so our cost was around 50 cents, and we sold it for $52.50 at a discount. We had a pretty good sale going over the weekend, over some of the holidays.
Yeah. Yes. What we notice also is that when we run sales, people actually do pay attention. So, take advantage of the holiday season, run some sales if your stuff isn't moving. Cool. This next one is a boom box. So we initially had an Emerson brand boom box. It turned out the cassette tape player wasn't working properly, so we replaced it with a better one. So this is a Sony brand, and we sourced this for $10 and sold this for $28.50. This is also through a sale.
Through a sale. But so Michelle, that means we didn't really make money on this one, right? Because we actually accidentally forgot to put that the tape wasn't working, so we had a source. So this is something, if you guys ever run into something like this, before you cancel your order, you can find another item to replace whatever electronic isn't working well, anymore. And that happens from time to time. We test all our electronics before listing, and we test them again before shipping them out. But sometimes in between, something will stop working, or something's not right. So we will, before we cancel the order, we actually go out and we source something similar that we can bring. We don't want to just say, oh, sorry, to somebody and disappoint them. So we always kind of want to have a solution for the problem. And actually, I want to say 100% of the time, everyone says, okay. So they'll take whatever solution you provide for them. And this was one of the situations here. So thankfully, our solution was actually a nicer brand, like Michelle said, a nicer model, probably worth, twice as much, but we obviously just want to make it right for the customer.
Yeah, also the customer is actually based in LA, California. So we were able to make a little bit of money through shipping as well because they're local. So there's a little bit of surplus there.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So this is cool. This is a beautiful ZARA men trench coat. It's like a plaid, black and white plaid. It's actually a gorgeous coat. I could see this being worn during the holiday season, or even just to work. It's very nice. So our cost was $9.80 on this one, and it sold for $38. Thank you so much. Cynthia says we have great customer service. We definitely try. We want to make sure everyone is happy. So thank you so much for that comment, Cynthia.
Yeah, and this trench coat, the buyer actually left a positive feedback on our store. It's rare for people to actually take the time to leave feedback, so he was very, very happy with it. So we're happy when they're happy.
100%, yes. All right, so this next one here. Oh, I'm sorry. Is it your turn?
I think so.
All right, please.
This is a BOSE CD player that we sourced at an estate sale. However, we could not test it, so we did not know if it was working or not. It ended up not working, but for some reason people are still buying for parts only. Perhaps these are people who could fix it. Obviously this one, you know, this is a very high-end brand, so if it's a reseller, they could potentially fix it and sell it for a lot higher.
Oh yeah, they could make at least $100 on this one.
But still, don't give up, right? If you have anything that's broken, please, you know, still sell as parts.
Yeah, exactly. So we spent $10 on it. At least we got our money back, right? And maybe
That's
made
right.
a tiny little bit of profit off of it. So that's true. Don't just throw it away. You know, people are looking. It's surprising. You'd be surprised how many people are looking for parts. But the other thing I wanted to say about that is we will never run into that problem again. So thanks to another reseller on Instagram who recommended that since we do a lot of electronic sourcing, that we purchase a battery, a portable battery. So what we do now is when we source locally, we bring our battery with us, we plug everything in, and we ensure that it's working before the transaction because, oh man, it was so sad, but I think it was a couple months ago, we got rid of like around 40 electronics that didn't properly work. We just donated it to another reseller who knows how to fix them. But you know, we don't want to be in that situation again because number one, it takes up a lot of space, and then it was like a lot of money that, you know, that left us.
Yeah, and also especially with the pandemic going on, it's very nice to have something portable and you could test it and, you know, return it to the seller immediately if it doesn't work.
Save time and money. Exactly.
Okay, this one's yours.
All right, yeah, these are Levi shorts. Our costs on these were $12. We sold them for $38.40. Every now and then, when there are some big sales, we do pick up some new items. So, you know, throughout this year, Levi's had a couple of good sales. They haven't had those sales again. So even now, we have like today is Cyber Monday, right? Today, a lot of things are on sale. But even with Cyber Monday, all the stores that have their sales have not been as good as we've had earlier this year when, you know, companies were experiencing a lot of problems. I think that's what was going on there.
Yeah. All right. This next item is another VCR. So this item was originally a Panasonic VHS player. As Rina mentioned, you tested before, you know, we ship it out, and I tested it. The sound wasn't working for some reason. It was very odd. So I decided to, hey, you know, let's not take the risk and ship it to the buyer. So we contacted the buyer and said, hey, we have a better version. This is actually a better one. It's a Sharp VCR, and we sourced this for $10 and sold it for $67.50.
Yeah, and that's something that we love doing is when, especially when it's our fault, because we do make mistakes. And this is something new that we've been implementing this year is we want to make it up to the customer and provide them with something even better, right? So they'll have like a pleasant surprise, hopefully, right? Instead of any disappointment, which we want to avoid at all costs. All right, so these next ones here are Adidas shoes. I think these are the ones that Michelle has been wanting for a while. So our cost on this pair was $15, and they sold for $48.
Here's another DVD VHS player. We sourced this for $40.71 and sold this for $126.40. And this is a Sansui brand. Again, you know, all of these VHS DVD players are all pre-owned because they don't make them anymore. So there is value to it if you think about it, right?
Yeah, and the funny thing is a lot of customers don't know that. So we often get people who are asking like, is this new? Or they'll leave a review saying, hey, this isn't new. The thing is, they're not making these new at the moment. So they're all older models.
You know, the crazy thing is with most of these players, the remote is missing. In my head, I'm like, why can't we just use one universal remote for every single brand?
I know. I wonder if you can, right? Yes. I know some you need the remote, right? For it to work. I want to say this is my favorite sale. It is so cool. So this is a partnership between USC, the University of Southern California. Sorry, I always have to stop and think because there's so many. and Star Wars. So there's like, it's a red shirt with the yellow, you know, those are the USC colors. And then there's Yoda on there and it says, "Fight on, you must." I love this shirt. It's so cool. It just sold this weekend for $30. Our cost was about $150 on this shirt. Love sourcing graphic tees. I get a kick out of doing that. I absolutely love sourcing graphic tees. And I love wearing tees, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, this was sold to a person in LA. So that person must be a student at USC who probably likes Star Wars and football, potentially.
Exactly.
All right, this next item is a Levi's logo tee. Like Marina mentioned, there was a sale going on, so we sourced this for $5.97 and sold this for $24. So occasionally we do retail arbitrage, and you know, you kind of have to make a decision as to when you want to invest with buying new items. And this was, in this case, this was the time we decided to invest.
Yeah, I mean, we do, and you have to move quickly because when these sales go on, they sell it really fast. But our rule of thumb, when we do purchase, you know, new, very discounted items that are basically closeouts is what they are. That's why they're so deeply discounted, because they have new items that they're, you know, they're trying to get rid of these old ones. Again, if whatever doesn't get purchased will go to like a Goodwill or a thrift store. But, you know, anyway, so our rule of thumb, if you would like to know, is on a t-shirt, we like to spend around this price here, which was about $6. And then we sell it for around $28. And then of course, on the platforms that we're selling on, they get 20, you know, it's about 15 to 20%. And then, you know, the rest is part of our profits there. So, okay. All right. The next one is another combo. We did talk about this and sold one of these last week. The brand is Go Video. This was a DVD VHS combo. Our cost was $42 and it sold for $138.
This next item is a Wall Street vintage mug. It's a very cool mug, and on the mug it says "Buy, Sell, Hold, Jump." And then on the right, there's like a little dice thingy where you can kind of like I don't know. How do you describe that, Marina?
It's a dice on the handle of the mug,
yeah,
which
says
yes
and no.
What does it say?
It says yes and no.
Yes and no. Like,
so it's like for people who like to invest in stocks, you know, it speaks their language.
Should I buy today? Yes or no? Let me flip the dice. Yeah, this one sold right away, and it was a donation to us from from someone who used to you know, be in this business.
And I had no idea what jump was until you explained to me.
No, I don't know what jump is.
Oh, I thought jump means you like jump. Jump means you take out all the money. No?
Oh, got it. Maybe my mom explained that to you. I don't know. I didn't know that one either. I was wondering what it meant too.
So this was sold for $28.
Oh, so Cynthia said she would keep the mug. Yeah, if you're a mug collector, that might be a good one. Okay. All right. Is this one my turn or your turn?
Your turn.
Okay, yeah. So these are doing really well too. You would maybe think like, who listens to CDs these days, right? This is actually a 5-disc CD changer. It is JVC. Our price on this one was $25. It sold for $150. It sold right away. I think it wasn't even on there for a week. So again, if you get the right brands of electronics, there's a demand for these things. So we like to source these items and get them to happy customers who are looking for them. I mean, I can definitely see back again, like, yes, there's Spotify, there's Pandora, but like, you know, a CD collection, which there's plenty of CDs out there still. People are still buying them. Like, it's almost like having a book versus Audible, right? Like a physical book on your hand, you know, having a vinyl, having a CD that you can see, a collection. Some people still enjoy that.
Yeah, I definitely think this is a different experience with listening to real CDs. First of all, you don't get ads. I mean, unless used to it, but it's still different. The sound quality is still different, in my opinion.
That's so true. Yes, I could definitely see that. Yes.
Speaking of CD changer player, we've got another one. This is a Sony 5-disc changer CD player, and we sourced this for $10 and sold this for $117.
There you go. That's a good one. I love Sony. Those were like the brands that I used to like. I used to like to buy back in the day. I'm not so particular to Sony now, but back in the day it was like everything Sony, everything Sony. All right, so this next one here is a Ferrari car model. Our cost was $2. We sold it for $28. If you take a closer look, the model is not in perfect condition. Is this die cast, Michelle?
Nope.
No? So what is it, like plastic? Okay. So we did have like a live Bolo, be on the lookout for car models in the past, but for us, they do sell. This one was not even in perfect condition. It's actually missing one mirror, and the very, the end of this kind of a race car has a big wing at the very back, and it doesn't have that either. And it's still sold. So, even if your toys are not in perfect condition, we've sold a good amount of toy car models not in perfect condition. Yes.
This next one is a vintage Kodak camera. This is called the Pony the 4th. We sourced this for $3 from an estate sale and sold it for $30.
$33, yeah. So was that one actually in working condition?
This was working, and it came with a brown leather case. It's super cute.
Oh, that's cool.
As far as we know, based on my research, the camera's not worth a lot of money, but it's a really cute. I would keep it.
Yeah, it's definitely really beautiful. All right, so these are Champion slippers. They look so light and comfy. They're actually really cute. So they have like the Champion logo everywhere. They're white, but they have little pockets, so it kind of looks like a hoodie on your foot. They look super warm. When I was going to ship these out, I thought like, oh, these are probably, going to be very inexpensive to ship out because they're just slippers. No, these have a rubber sole on the bottom. So they're actually really heavy. They weighed almost 2 pounds for a pair of these ones.
That's right.
Women's size 8. Yeah. So, meaning like you can wear these like shoes basically.
Yeah.
You can go walking around at the grocery store. And you'd be fine.
That's right. Yeah. I want to keep this too.
I know. I definitely wouldn't mind having a pair. I don't need one, but they're really lovely. And the costs were $20 for us, and they sold for $50. Just wanted to point out there, we do have more of these, and online they're selling at $55. So when someone Googles this, they're going to find ours is like the lowest price.
Good deal.
Yeah. So that's a good deal.
This next one is a XENA Warrior Princess vintage shirt. We sourced this for $3.30, sold this for $28. I have never seen this show. Have you?
Oh yeah, it was really popular in the 90s. Like she does this like really loud yell, like super high pitched. I mean, I wasn't into it, but I did see a few episodes. So yeah, this is a big square graphic, like a picture, and it is actually from the show. So when you look at the brand on there, it says Warrior Princess on it. So so this was awesome. Again, love to source graphic tees. It's like really fun for me to source those. So that was a great purchase.
Is this the female version of He-Man? Or no? No?
That I wouldn't know.
Oh, wait, no, it's He-Man and Sheila. I don't know. I'm getting all my shows. I don't know. Anyway, here's our recap.
All right. So our total was 25. That's actually high for us because we usually sell about, on average, about 15 items a week. So we sold about 10 more items a week than we usually do. Our gross was $1,657.30, and then our profit from that was $1,033. So that's not bad for us. That's pretty good.
Not bad. It was a lot of items for sure. I was packing a lot the past few days.
What is that? How many a day is 25? Like 3 items a day, right? But if you
Yeah.
don't pack them every day, they'll build up.
That's right.
Which is
Learn
what
it the
happened
hard
this
way.
weekend.
Pack a little bit every day. Ship everything every day.
All
Yeah, it
right,
was
so
a lot.
there's a cool show recommended by Cynthia. She says it's called the Devil. It's called Devils, right? She says it's about finance and investments. It's on the CW. Never heard of it,
Okay.
but you know, anything about business is kind of interesting, right? She said
Yeah, I want to look into it.
it's a series that explains finance and business. That's so cool. Cynthia, thank you for sharing that. We're gonna have to check it out sometime. All right, well,
Wait, Cynthia, she was the Hercules in women. Oh, interesting.
I think, yeah, I think it's kind of like what you said. Yeah, nice week, says Bill. Thank you so much. So how were your guys' sales? Were they the same? Were they a little bit better? Were they slow? How did your guys' sales go this week? You know, today is still Monday. So people are holiday shopping now for sure, right? It's going to be December tomorrow. Tomorrow's December 1st, and then holidays around the corner.
Yeah.
So these are good times to relist.
Yes.
After, you know, this evening when we're done, I'm going to be relisting expired items. Michelle's going to be listing. So this is a good time for us to just keep listing for about a month every day, as much as we can. You know, we had a holiday, so now let's get to work and get those sales going, right? Get those sales going. We do have a question from Lizette. She said, where are you selling the VCRs mostly? That's a really good question. Yeah, we sell a lot of our VCRs on, how many platforms are we selling on? I think we do Etsy, eBay,
Mercari,
and that's it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we mostly sell there. We sell a lot on Etsy. So that's one place, but eBay also. We do on eBay also.
Yep.
Yes.
All right. Without further ado, you ready for your meme?
Okay. Yeah. Is it a meme or Monday motivation?
Oh my God, I forgot it's Monday motivation.
That's all right.
I'm sorry, I have a meme.
Okay, let's do it.
You're gonna do it, okay?
Okay.
Go.
Oh my gosh, what the heck? All right. So we have a picture of a rug with, it's like a black rug with like white, I don't even know what you call those. Like, oh my gosh, it's like a white gold little twirly things on the rug. But this lady is wearing a dress with the same pattern. She's laying on the rug and she's blending in. It says, when you're eating Thanksgiving dinner with 10 family members and the cop show. That is super duper funny. Oh my gosh. Like, I feel like if you can wear like a long sleeve and your legs, I wouldn't even notice you're there.
Do you get it?
Yeah, that's like our dog Chloe with the furry white hair. If you put her on like a white blanket, you're not gonna see her.
But initially when I saw it, I was like, the cops show up and I was like, oh, I get it now. Do you get it?
I don't get it now.
So supposedly you can't have more than 10 people for at a party because of the pandemic.
So this is a recent meme. This is like, this is only in California, the 10 people limit, or is this all over the US?
I don't know, but
yeah,
it's pretty funny.
It's camouflage, as Lizette states. Cynthia said that today, that her sales were slow. In Amazon, it did pick up, but because I am in good standing in a healthy account. So yes, that's important. Very, very important. Yes. Okay, excellent. So that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining us and for seeing how our sales went. If you guys have any questions about like what we're selling at all, if you guys want to sell what we're selling, feel free to contact us. You know, we're happy to answer questions and try to get you to, get your sales up in whatever way we can help.
Mm-hmm.
All
okay,
right.
thank you, Marina.
Okay, thank you, Michelle, and thank you guys for joining us tonight. Goodbye, Cynthia, Bill, and Lizette.
Good night.
Have a wonderful night, guys. We'll see you soon. Take care.